And we got two of the most powerful mutants ever going head to head. X-Men versus Legion. Who wins? Let's find out. X-Men is an Omega-level mutant genetically created by Mr. Sinister from the Age of Apocalypse timeline, sharing the same genetic history as Cable. After returning from the dead, Nate has joined the New Mutants and started a relationship with Denai Moonstar. X-Men is a confirmed Omega-level mutant that has even been measured as having a psionic energy output similar to Dark Phoenix. Nate can use his telepathy to read minds, and even read residual thought imprints that are left on objects that have been touched by people. He's able to communicate with others by broadcasting his thoughts, control minds, scan or alter the memories of others, and is able to create illusions and shatter the perceptions of others. Nate can fire sonic blast that can cause intense pain, unconsciousness, or even death. He can solidify psychic forms made up of astral energy and project his mind into the astral plane. X-Men possesses telepathy of the highest order, and is basically unmatched by any other. He's graded to read thoughts across vast distances, and interact with numerous minds at once. Even when he was weakened and inexperienced, X-Men was able to easily block and overcome Charles Xavier, and even hide himself from Professor X with Cerebro, which is basically impossible for even the strongest mutants to accomplish. Nate is also able to display amazing feats of precognition, clairvoyance, and time manipulation, even being able to step outside the flow of time and view the future in all of its possible variations. He's also got an incredible power of telekinesis, and his upper limits are absolutely extraordinary. It's been said that he's easily capable of shattering the moon or destroying all of Asia, and he could create mental barriers that can even stop attacks powerful enough to destroy the planet. His control over telekinesis is also so acute that he can create holograms by mentally manipulating water molecules and dust in order to refract light, bend security lasers around him, bend light waves in order to appear invisible, and even move the atoms of a wall around himself so he can phase through the wall like a ghost. Nate can also use telekinesis to transport himself to any location, and even into other dimensions, by mentally bending the dimensional barriers that separate one reality with another. He's also capable of very fine control over objects down to the molecular level, even being able to telekinetically move around the chemicals in someone's brain. The Nate also has the ability to levitate himself and fly, and direct his powers inward to grant himself superhuman physical attributes. But then in the core of Legion, the son of Charles Xavier and Gabriel Haller, David Haller is the powerful Omega-level mutant known as Legion. He possesses hundreds of mutant abilities, ranging from telekinesis to reality warping, but each power is controlled by a different persona, which could be either benevolent or malevolent. Legion has displayed a plethora of powers throughout the years, and plethora of personas accompanying them. He's got pyrokinesis, being able to create fire, and even create illusions to make things appear as if they've been burned when they haven't. He's got telekinesis, being able to lift up to 10 tons and create protective force fields. Telepathy, allowing him to read other people's thoughts and see inside their minds. Reality manipulation, where you can undo changes made to reality, and time manipulation, being able to freeze people in time, pause time, and even show people past memories. Self-duplication, where he's basically a living virus and can turn anyone he touches into a subservient copy of himself. Emotional control, where he can manipulate someone's emotions any way that he sees fit. Let me just tell you, Legion has displayed an insane number of powers, so let's just do a rapid-fire list of all the rest of them. He's got shapeshifting, time travel, teleportation, superhuman strength, sonic blast, flight, a prehensile tongue, X-ray vision, super speed, interreality and interstellar travel, ability to create a field of absolute absence of heat and love, skin manipulation, healing, transmutation to salt, omniscience, time control, weapon mastery, pain transference, spirit absorption and body control, generation of armor made from various substances, teleportation in the presence of specific people rather than location, and the ability to restructure all of reality. However, the specifications and limitations of each power has never been made known or tested. Legion is also able to access the memories and knowledge of every consciousness that is taking control of his body, including military and hand-to-hand combat training. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, it's safe to say that these two Omega-level mutants are two of the most powerful mutants ever born. In fact, they might actually officially be the most powerful mutants ever born. I mean, there's a reason why Legion is referred to as the God Mutant, and Nate Gray has been measured in power next to Dark Phoenix. But who's more powerful? Who's superior? Well, there are a couple ways to look at this, and it all depends on Legion. Now, if we let Legion have access to all of his powers, and is at a high level of control, then we're talking about a tremendous amount of power here. He's been able to enter Charles Xavier's mind undetected, shift Storm into her past, delete himself from existence, fold up dimensional space, unwrap a pocket reality, and even face off against magical elder gods and warps them away. Just for context there, those elder gods were stated to be the end of the world, but to be fair, they didn't really get any feats. X-Men has been referred to as the most potent force on Earth. It can even possibly hang with Franklin Richards, but his main powers are telepathy and telekinesis. And while Nate's psychic potential is said to be unsurpassed in any reality, he doesn't have a ton of showings against other powers. So at his full power, Legion's got reality warping greater than Elder Gods, and even has the ability to go back in time and rewrite time all to his whims. X-Men hasn't shown durability or resistance to those attacks at that level, and he'll go down. I mean, there's a reason why the X-Men refer to Legion and not Nate Gray as the God Mutant. However, while Legion is potentially more powerful, that is an ideal situation and fight for Legion. Realistically, that's not how this fight would actually play out, because Legion is rarely at a high level of control, or have access to all of his powers and personalities. On the other hand, X-Men is always at a high level of control, and at such a high level of power. On top of that, Legion actually has a known and very exploitable weakness too. You guessed it, telepathy. Which honestly shouldn't be that surprising, considering that Legion has such a fragile psyche, has countless personalities living inside of him, and is even occasionally not in control of his own body. This mental instability allows for psychological attacks to shake his self-belief, or allow other personalities to take control. He's been implanted with a psychic poison that disrupts his control over his mind. Emma Frost said that while he's a powerful psychic, he has poor control, and thus Emma was able to stop him. Magic has psychically connected to him and defeated his personalities. Professor X has been able to enter Legion's mind and tear down his psychic defenses. And well, Nate Gray? He's the psychic of all psychics. He's manhandled Jean Grey in a telepathic battle, drained the telepathic energy from all other telepaths. Charles Xavier has said that his mental attacks are like a drill hammer on a raw nerve, and Cable referred to his telepathic power as a 15 out of 10. He's incredibly powerful, as even at just his own power level, he's rivaled Jean Grey enhanced by the Phoenix. So with Nate Gray being one of the best telepaths ever, and Legion having a particular weakness for telepathic attacks, well, that's just a recipe for disaster. If Legion was in control and had access to all of his powers, he wins. Just more powerful. But in a normal fight with a normal Legion, X-Men is winning every single time. X-Men wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just one every single weekday. And I'll see you next time.